Good morning. Today is November 12th, I hope, 2024. And I am on the PCH, yet again, up by Topanga. And got out of the hospital 2 days ago, and the past 2 days I spent down at my friend's bathroom in Redondo Beach, only 20 minutes from the hospital, just in case I had to hoof it back to the hospital in a hurry. I'm not going to lie, the first 24 hours was pretty horrendous. It turns out that everything I'd eaten since the operation had backed up and caused a stoppage, but I finally figured out how to use this new intestines that I have. Once I figured that out and I broke the stoppage, I've been 100% better. Before that, it was hard to even move. Just sitting up like this would have been painful. But we're past that part, and I have a better understanding of what I'm dealing with. So, yeah, now it's all on me. I'm not waiting for doctors to put me back together again anymore, which is wonderful. I have a pretty big hole in my side right now, so it's all about wound care for the next few weeks, and so the plan is to just be as still as possible. This is a time of stillness for me, to let this wound close up. It's so bizarre, you know. They just hand you a stack of gauze pads and say, here you go heal yourself, you know. But so far it looks pretty good. There's no infection that I can tell, but I will tell you, jocularity, a cough, a hiccup, a burp can cause this to just, you know, hours of sitting still just go wasted because you know, it can pop the wound open. But you know, we've had worse to deal with, right? Yeah, so now the real healing begins. You know, I can actually build myself back up and have that be that, instead of just waiting for the next thing to take me down, you know. So I'm in a good place emotionally with what's happening with me. Things are definitely moved in a direction that is, you know, positive. As far as the world goes, as I've been driving around today, you know, I've been in my own little world with what I've been dealing with. But man, people are really taking this moment that we're in to heart, and you know, I'm not in a super Trump supporting place, so people are very devastated, and you know, it's very obvious. The last time this happened in 2016, you know, I was working on the boardwalk, and the boardwalk was the worst it has ever been for 6 months after that election. and I have a feeling that this has the markings of being even worse, because what happened back then is people just started to hold on to their money because they didn't know what was going to happen. So all their disposable income was not disposable income anymore. And so now, people can see what's coming. They can tell that, with tariffs and whatnot, whatever world we thought we were living in a week ago is no longer. The country and thus the world has taken a turn, and it remains to be seen if it's for the better. But in the midst of being in the hospital and waking up after the anesthesia and dealing with my new life, and recognizing what's happened and how it's affecting people and everything, what came to me was, this is the time for us to shine our light. It's game time. Those are the words that came to me, was it's game time. Everybody that's, all the people that have for years have been talking about themselves as light workers and this, that, and the other thing. There's never been a time in my life that where there's been such a need. So I'm going to do everything that I can to inspire people as much as I can. And what I posted something last week about kindness, because I realized, when I was in the hospital there, that, I could just let people take care of me and not say anything, or I can try to give back something, at least some appreciation for the fact that somebody showed up to work to take care of somebody else, and acknowledge their humanity. And when I found, it was pretty obvious that when I did that we all felt better. It made the situation, it made me feel better, it made them feel better, and we all kind of took a little spiral up, and you extrapolate that to the world. I mean, that's, when things get tough, that's what you have to do is just buck up the people around you, connect with the people around us, and do what we can to, check in with one another and do what we can to lift one another up. Because you never know what somebody else is dealing with. But, in seeing the faces that I saw, I just came from the supermarket, everybody is just wearing it heavy, and as we should be, because, we've revealed ourselves, my first thought after the night of the election, before it was even called, was, I was harking back to, back to 2016, when my sister and I, even a couple of months before the election, we, the fact that it was close was tripping us out. But, my first thought was, tell me again how this is, America is not a bigoted country, That's the best part about what's happened, is that we can have no illusions about, we can no longer have any illusions about who we are and where we are. If the incoming regime has shown us anything, it's shown us what is ill about our body, in our body politic, and where we need to focus our healing. And so my second thought, actually the morning of after the election, when I woke up and I saw the results, I was like, I saw that we have an opportunity, believe it or not, and I see that point blank, my thought was that I had been thinking the day before, the day of the election, I had been thinking that, no matter what the results of the election was, approximately half the country was going to be dealing with disillusionment the next day, and that we had to take care of one another. I didn't realize that until the next day that I was in the part of the country that had been deluding itself. I thought it was the other people, but I thought I was living in a different country, and come to find out, nope. So, and it's just so bizarre that all of this is happening while I'm going through what I'm going through, and I'm not going to try to separate the two, because it's all, to me, it's all life. It's all the life that I'm facing, and so I don't know that we can really separate out politics at this point. When I was growing up, they always say, you never talk about religion and politics, but here we are. And so anyway, all that said, I'm gonna get off now, and I just wanted to check in, because I know there's a lot of people that have been praying for me and sending me love and positive thoughts and the like, and we're all in this together. I know that there's, half of us would like to think that we're not together, but it's just us out here. There's only 8 billion people on this planet, and this is the only planet we have. And we're going to need to live here together and learn to live here together. And the bottom line is, no matter what anybody else says or thinks about what's going on, we cannot live, the universe will not support meanness. We cannot live in a world based on meanness. At some point, we have to come back around to understanding the path of compassion, period. That the path of compassion is the only way forward. All the people that consider themselves Christians, that is the center of Christianity. It's the center of every religion, is compassion. And you can consider yourself a winner if you want to, but unless you are practicing compassion, you and no one else is winning. And so that's my focus going forward, is to do whatever I can right in front of me. What can I do to, whether they take me to the gulag or whatever, I'm still going to do my best to be the best version of myself that I can possibly be in this lifetime, period. I'm going to do my best to raise up the people around me whenever I can. If I see that I can do some good somewhere, then I'm going to try to do my best to do that. And if that bothers people, I can't, that's not mine. That's somebody else's, right? So I know that there's people that have a problem with the color of my skin and my ethnicity. The fact that, we've created a country that based on the idea that all men and women are created equal, and that bothers and disturbs a lot of people. But the proof is in the pudding. This is where the pedal meets the metal. You know, it's one thing to 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 give lip service to your ideals. It's another thing to breathe them and walk them and model them for the children, for those who will come after, hopefully. As I said, there's 8 billion people on the planet right now. We are one soul group who decided and agreed to come into this life and be here now for this. This is what we chose to be born for, whether we recognize it or not. And so, like I said before, it's game time. And it's the only thing we can do is shine our light. That's the only way things are going to get better. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for hearing me out, you know, and thank you so much for everybody that's been paying attention and loving me, and good morning and happy Tuesday and happy Mars Day and all that. Hey, take a look out there, you know. That's what I'm talking about. I would be outside, but it's really windy. You can see how it's flat calm all the way out. So beautiful. And, you know, be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. When I posted that thing about kindness, you know, kindness begins with being kind to oneself. You know, you can't really be kind to somebody else unless you're being kind to yourself as well. You know, so take care of yourself. You know, take care of your needs. You know, and what we all need right now is a hug. You know, what we all need right now is to get rested. You know, be rested as much as you can, because we're going to need it. Unfortunately, we're going to need that. Alrighty. And remember, we love you.